Welcome to Under the Microscope. This series is brought to you by the Real Scientists Nano team. Our goal is to provide a platform where scientists can communicate their work and interact with the public. With that in mind, every week we introduce you to a scientist working in the field of materials and nanoscience. Hi everyone, today we have with us Dr. Tanvir Hussain, who is an associate professor in materials engineering and a program director for aerospace engineering at the University of Nottingham. Hi Tanvir, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Hi, Pranati.
Okay, let's get started. Hello. Let's begin with understanding your research. So could you explain your research to us in super simple words?
Right, so I'm a materials engineer and my specialty is surfaces and coatings. So look around you, wherever you are, you will see everything is coated with something. So all the work I do is I develop coatings, and a lot of my research goes into an aerospace engines. So imagine what happens in an aerospace engine. It's an equivalent of taking an ice cube out of the freezer, putting into an oven and cranking the heat up to 200 degrees Celsius, and you expect that ice cube not to melt. And that's what we do in a aerospace engine with a very thin coating like thermal barrier coating, and which is 200 micrometers thick, which is twice the thickness of my hair. So my hair is around 100 micrometer. So that's what I do. I basically modify surfaces. I make coatings from lots of nanoparticles to larger particles.
Aha, so you're the magic man of surface coatings. Okay. Interesting. That sounds like a super interesting topic and super interesting research you have going on there. So what kind of followers expect in the week that you will curate the Real Scientist Nano Twitter account?
So the research field, the subfield I'm in, is called thermal and cold spray technology. So it's a group of materials processing things. So the sort of current plan I have got is on Monday, I'm going to start with an introduction to what is thermal spray, and that covers lots of different techniques like arc spray, flame spray, high velocity oxyfuel, plasma spray. So essentially, rocket engines. These are small rocket engines, what you have. And then hopefully after the introduction on Tuesday, we're going to talk about how do you start with nanoparticles or solutions and how do you turn them into coatings. So essentially the processing microstructure properties. And then Wednesday, we're going to talk about the industrial application. All the things we do, we are engineers at the end. So we always look at solving a problem. And most of the coatings we develop are for industry. So we're going to talk about a little bit of industrial application. Thursday, there is a lot of thing going on about teaching and how research informs teaching. So those of us academics who are at universities, we try to combine all the things we learn from research and how do we teach them. So I will cover the interface between research and teaching and how do we balance that sort of things. And finally, one of the key things I do as a scientist is equality, diversity, and inclusion. And how does that affect our career and research funding? I would like to make people aware of some of the issues we face as scientists. And I'm a BAME scientist, for example. BAME stands for Black, Asian, Minority, Ethnic, and that comes with particular challenges in some subdisciplines. So we're going to talk about a little bit about it. So hopefully it's going to be a nice, interesting week.
Yeah, it sounds like a super fun-packed week, and I'm extremely looking forward to it. So, thank you very much for speaking with us, and we see you on Twitter.
So yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for listening. To know more about us, please visit our website, realscientistsnano.org, and follow us on Twitter at realsci_nano.